You leave this mic on if you would. I tend to talk on the set. Well, I can tell who the guitar players are right now. Y'all stand out in the crowd, you know. Y'all look like that movie, Dawn of the Dead. They don't tap their foot, they don't move. I got news for you. You eat my brain, it wouldn't do nothing to make it sick. Here we go. Let me play another little ditty I made up. This is off an old record I did a long time ago. It's called Live at 5. And I went in the studio one night and they said, Buster, what have you prepared for us? And what do you have for us? And I said, well, I got a 12-pack of Miller Lite. And that's it. Because I didn't have time to do anything but put roofs on houses, tune up small block Chevys, and fix toilets. And that's what I did for a living. And now I get to go all over the world and play the guitar. It just amazes the hell out of me. But I sat down and I made up a whole bunch of crap. And we gave them all names and everything. And we put out this record. And I was so happy I had something to sell. And then people started requesting that stuff, and I didn't know how to play it. So I went back and I learned most of it. And here's one of them. It's called Live at 5. Do that, but I saw a guy do it on TV one night and I thought it looked pretty cool. You couldn't have known this. That's it. All done. I got to play that for one of my heroes. His name is CHET. Y'all ever heard of CHET? I played that for him over the house one time. And he said, Buster, why did you end that song like that? I said, I was through. Here's something I like to do. I watch, since I became a guitar player, I found out I had entirely too much time on my hands, and I watched a lot of TV, educational stuff, you know, like cooking. There's a lot of good stuff in the world on cartoons. Here's one of part of the song. You know, I gotta tell you folks, this is my band, Pearl. Here, I'll introduce you. This is Pearl. And it's a classical guitar, you know, and it's susceptible to temperature change. And every time one of these beautiful women walks by, my guitar goes out of tune. That's most of it.
They do.
Well, of course, it's just more fun. A lot of people ask me where I learned to play the guitar, and I tell them I learned on my porch, in my bathroom. I started playing music when I was about 3 years old. I started with a mandolin and fiddle, and I got thrown out of the school symphony when I was 9. I got caught. There was school conductors. We were supposed to be doing some of that music on one of them old dead dudes. You might have told them to do it. You got to be dead 300 years before you're famous, you know. You wait till about the year 2350, you'll find a head with a hat on it on somebody's piano. But anyway, he came back from the rescue room, caught me teaching the other boys in the fiddle section how to play orange blossom special. So my daddy said, son, you're old enough to learn the guitar. He started me like this. He gave me my first guitar chord, which was G. Dolly Parton still does it. Taught me A. And I just beat the dickens out of things for about 3 months. And Dad come home one day, said, son, we're playing a hay wagon show down at the Montgomery Road Park lot. We're getting $5 for the whole family to play all day. That was big money. And he said, I want you to play a lead. Here's what I want you to play.
We want to see Jerry Reed tomorrow. Really? In West Virginia, yeah. It's a Jerry Reed weekend. Yeah, I've been house sitting for like 3 weeks. No, but they do like different places. I saw the girl today. I'll leave you your number.
cut me a little slack. Dad said, son, if you're going to make a living playing the guitar, you have got to learn to do this. Now watch me closely. That made Johnny Cash millions. But I practiced and practiced on the weekend rolled around, and I got up there on that hay wagon, and he said, son, are you ready? And I had forgot everything my father had showed me. I learned a new word. It's called embellishment. It's like lying, and everybody still believes you. And this is what I did. My daddy ever let me play lead. So he went out and bought me an album by a great guitar player named Merle Travis. Now, any of you young fellas out there ever heard of Merle Travis? All right. Well, Merle learned to play from the blues guys, you know, him and Ike Everly and Rose Rager. And the black guys down on the Delta, they had a whole new thing. They'd just take their thumb and go like this. And then take one finger and play a melody. I got money in my pocket. I got a woman in my bed. I don't know what the heck's wrong with my head, because I ain't got no blues. Why am I doing this? He's going to outstage me here in a minute. I can see it coming. But Merle Travis and Ike Everly and all those guys, they learned from those players, see? And Merle said, I'm going to be real clever. I'm going to take my thumb, and I'm just going to slap that sucker up and down like this. And then I'm going to play a melody with one finger. You do stuff like this. That was my first big hero, Merle Travis. And I played around with that stuff till I was about, I guess about 11 years old. And then I heard the great guitar legend, CHET Atkins. And I finally got to meet CHET. CHET says he doesn't play like Merle. CHET just plays a little bit at a time. And he uses two fingers instead of one. And I said, CHET, how come you don't play more like Merle now that you know how he did it? He said, well, because I can. It's hard to figure CHET. CHET would do stuff like this. said, you
up on
know,
the hill.
every now and then I'll play a show, and I want to play 2
just
songs,
moved
but
to
there's not enough
Dallas.
time.
Really? I'm moving to
I
Newport.
said, what do you do?
You are?
I got a
I said,
house
well,
by
I just play
myself.
both at the same time, and it means the hell out of everybody.
That's awesome.
Right next to the
I said, what do
creek.
you do? He said, I play
Parking lot
Yankee Doodle
there?
Dandy,
I live in that house now,
and then I
and
play Dixie.
just like near the A&J on North Main, that big white
So I
house
call
with
that
the
Yankee
trailer
Doodle
park.
Dixie. That's clever, isn't it?
That's where I live.
Did you ever do that? I said, yeah. I said, but I live on the other side of the Mason-Dixie line. They call it Dixie Doodle Dandy. So play it for me. Glad some of you liked it. Well, anyway, I studied a lot of CHET stuff until I was about 14 years old, and I heard a great guitar player, actor. He's got a new movie out, Waterboy. His name is Jerry Reed. Y'all know Jerry? People ask me, what's Jerry like? I said, well, did you see the movie? I said, yeah. I said, well, that's Jerry. He wasn't paid to act. He just paid to be there. And Jerry would do crazy stuff on the guitar like this. My hero, Jerry Reed. So just so you understand sort of where my life as a guitar player came from, I'm going to play you one song through. I'm going to play it the first time like Merle Travis, the second time like Chet Atkins, and the third time like Jerry Reed. And then I'll show you what happened to me when I got old enough for old Milwaukee. Here we go, a little thing, little Merle Travis. Little Chet Atkins. Little Jerry Reed. My heroes. Now you take that and you throw a little Franklin County moonshine in and you end up with Buster B. Jones. I don't know, maybe it was less than that. Maybe 5, 6 years after I got married, I found out if you could play pretty music on a guitar, you could get girls. And well, it's too late for me, but I just thought I'd pass it on. But I sat out on the porch one morning and watched the birds flying and hovering in the air, and I saw a hawk, and it looked like fingers. It reminded me of when I was a little boy. My dad would do that in front of the light bulb, you know. I hope dads still do that. That's a pretty cool thing to do for your kids. He showed us, you know, birds and dogs and stuff he probably shouldn't have showed us. But anyway, I remembered the bird. And so I wrote a song for my father. It's called Fingers in Flight. It's the title cut of my new CD. I'm real proud of it. I played it for my wife. And she said, "That is beautiful." She said, "You have been in touch with your feminine side." I was totally unaware I had one. I went back out on the porch and tried to touch it again. Didn't nothing happen, but I did get one good song out of it. There's a little pretty thing called Fingers in Flight. Pretty song. Gotta get them when you can. I don't play very many. I'm gonna play one more slow one before I'm gonna take the pace back up again, because I can't stand a whole lot of slow stuff. I was wrapped too tight when I was a kid, you know, and they have drugs for that now. Back then we didn't have that. We just had a record player that spun too fast. Here's one I made up for Chet Atkins. It's called Walk in the Park. I just run you through a couple of new songs ain't nobody heard before. Not very flashy, but it's fun to play. Chet. I said, Chet, what do you do when you have a song you don't know how to end it? So I just fade out a little bit at a time, and I'll learn it that way, don't you know? That one's for old Chester. Let me get weird on you. I'm going to show you one back home, sitting on the porch teaching myself to play the guitar. Every now and then you'll get real bored with everything you know. And so we just knock the guitar out of tune and play it. It seemed like a fun thing to do. And I didn't realize that they had names for all of them things. And this one, you just take this string right here down, and then you take this one down until I sound real good. And then take this little one down. And when it sounds real good, you there. I played this song over in France one time, and somebody hollered out of the audience. They said, "Hey, what tuning is that?" And I was so impressed with their English because I understood them and everything. And I said, well, hell, I don't know. You turn that one down, that one down, and that one down, and when it sounds real good, you there. And I got done with the show, and Chet Atkins was standing on the side of the stage going like that. And when Chet Atkins goes like this, E.F. Hutton comes running, and I went over there. I said, yeah. He said, now listen, you ought to yourself to get educated. Sound stupid out there. People don't think you don't know what you're doing. That's a G tuning. And I said, well, thank you, Chet. So I'm here to tell you this is a G tuning because Chester wouldn't lie to me. I've been playing this song a good while. It's a favorite of mine. It's called Wild Turkey. I got to where I was just sick of this song because it flat wears me out, but I'm going to give it to you. I played it at a show one night, and there was a guy sitting up real close like this fella is over here, just right off to the side of the stage. People don't realize that I don't use monitors. Hell, I know what I sound like. I don't need to hear this crap. Everything's blowing your way. All right? And so I can hear you whisper. And this guy was saying, well, now what he's done right there is he was talking to a beautiful woman, much like you are sitting next to one. And he said, that boy has tuned his guitar to a chord. That's cheating. He said, you play everything with one finger. She said, is that right? So once I got myself good in tune, I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play you a song that the guitar is tuned to a chord. And everything I'm about to do, you can do with one finger. Isn't that something? But I'm going to throw the other ones in there just for the hell of it. A thing called Wild Turkey. Don't take the gas away from me, son. What do I think back up there? El volume. Merci, Duke. This shit look easy. this. I'm gonna knock my guitar out of tune again. It's just really fun to do this. Put that one back where it belongs. There's my rhythm section. I like that string, makes me look taller. I played this song one night. We were doing a show up on the mountain, you know, where they take tractor trailer beds and they back them together and then they make a stage out of them, you know. And there was about 50 girls dancing. Well, no, we were playing Eric Clapton's Cocaine. I was wireless that night, you know, that means you don't need no cable on you. And 50 girls dancing, and it just seemed wrong to me that there was only 2 men out there. I took it upon myself to correct this. And I jumped off the stage, you know, going... And I twisted my ankle bigger than all, and I did a roll and a half pike and all that sort of... I come up and didn't miss a note. I couldn't do that again in a million years. And they were so impressed. And so I was out there and I was bumping and scrubbing with all the girls and everything, you know. It was one of the rare occasions, much like today, that my wife was there. She hates the story, that's why I'm telling it. She said, oh, he's all full of himself now. We got done with the show and we were backstage and we were signing t-shirts and autographs and pictures and all of that sort of thing. And I don't know if I should tell you this, y'all haven't been drinking or anything. Oh, well, anyway, this girl walked up to me and just bigger than all, and she went, would you sign me? And then she went like that. And I looked at that thing, and I looked at my wife, and I looked back at it. And I remembered the words of the boys down in Nashville. I said, Buster, if ever you get in a situation you ain't never been in before, just act like you've done it 1,000,000 times. It's old hat. And everybody will just think, well, that ain't nothing to you. And I looked at my wife, and I looked back at that thing, and I said, why, sure. I'd be glad to. And they went and got me a pen, and I went to writing on that thing, and she was sweating, you know. It was real hot. And I said, will somebody please go get us a towel? This woman's perspiring. And they went and got it, and they brought it back, and they hung it right in front of my face like that, and didn't nobody grab it, so I took it upon myself to dry her off a good bit. And I made a discovery. I went to write my name on that thing, and I made a discovery. And I don't know nobody can write their name on anything unless you ain't holding on to the other with the other hand. You can't write your name. Now, all of that's funny enough in itself, but my wife and I ended up at the bank one day with the grandbaby, and she had the grandbaby in this hand, she's left-handed, and she wanted to write her name on that receipt, and she said, well, would you grab a hold of that thing for me? And I said, I'd be glad to. Stories of Buster's life. Let's see if I'm in tune now. I made up, it's called Funky Fingers. I made it up while I was cooking chicken. I was barbecuing for all the bluegrass guys over at the house. We got bluegrass guys here, right? We like to pick on you on the road. We call bluegrass G, C, and D ain't necessarily got to be in tune. Sound like more of you. I found out it works in country music too, believe me. But I had a thought going through my head, and I threw my sauce down, threw my chicken down, ran back to my office with the good acoustics. That's the one that's got a sink on that side and a tub on that side. And I made up a song. And I made a discovery. You know that stuff you can spray up down the neck, make you play real fast? Son, that don't hold a candle to a good barbecue sauce. I was flat. And then after I did a lick and wondered how I did it, I could just look and see where I just come from. I don't recommend this. Anyway, here we go with a thing called Funky Fingers. kind to me. I appreciate it. If you want something signed, I'll be right over here. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. I made another discovery that night. If somebody buys you a big old piece of meat, don't go home and tell your wife about it unless you took half that sucker with you. Anyway, thank you again. If you don't want a CD, you don't want a picture or anything like that, do come up and shake my hand so I can tell folks I know you. I appreciate your company. Well, thank all Wipeout.